Here's a video on solving polynomials using the synthetic division method. So here are some steps. I want to set my divisor equal to 0 and solve for x, and then your divisor looks like x minus c, x minus 2, x plus 3, 2x minus 1, and you're going to set each problem using only coefficients and your constant. Then you're going to bring down the first number, multiply, perform your operations. The addition and subtraction depends on the sign in front of the number. Then we're going to write our final answer. So in my first example, here's my divisor. So x is 2, but if you don't know how I got it, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. X is 2. So I'm going to write 2, and I'm going to write all of my coefficients. So you see the 2 in the front, I'm going to write that there. The positive 5, going to write it there. The negative 1 here, and my constant is 7. Now, I am not missing a term. Missing a term means that your exponents are skipping a number. Like here we have cubed, squared, x, and a constant. So if we were missing like the squared term and we only had cubed and then the x, we would be missing a term. So I'm not missing anything. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to bring down the 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply. So a positive 2 times a positive 2 gives me a positive 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the next number. A positive 2 times a positive 9 gives me a positive 18. Negative 1 plus 18 is a positive 17. I'm going to do it again. A positive 2 times a positive 17 gives me a positive 34. 7 plus 34 is a positive 41. Now, that is my remainder. And since I'm dividing this polynomial, we started with the cube, so that means that my answer, this is going to be the x squared term, the x term, my constant, and this is my remainder. So when I write my final answer, I'm going to have 2x squared plus 9x plus 17 plus 41 over my initial divisor. So this is my final answer. Now, in this example, I am missing a term. How do I know? Because I have to the 4th power, to the 3rd power, and I'm missing a squared power. So I have a missing term. So I'm going to divide this by 2. I'm going to write my coefficient. So 2, 1, and I am missing a squared term. So I'm just going to put a 0 where I'm missing my term. Negative 27 and 9. I'm going to draw my line, bring down my first number, and multiply. A positive 2 times a positive 2 is a positive 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. A positive 2 times a positive 5 gives me a positive 10. 0 plus 10, 10. A positive 2 times a positive 10 gives me a positive 20. Negative 27 plus 20 is negative 7. And then a positive 2 times a negative 7 gives me a negative 14. 9 minus 14 is negative 5. That's my remainder. So now, again, I started with x to the 4th. So now my answer is going to start x cubed. This is the x squared term. This is the x term. That's my constant, and that's my remainder. So my final answer, 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 10x minus 7 plus my remainder. And this is my final answer.